Former President Trump claimed the federal response in North Carolina was terrible and emergency funding is being spent on immigrants. Do you know what he's talking about?
Well, here, let's
Is he
stipulate
right?
the fact that I think that the president is right to say that billions of dollars is being spent as a result of Biden's failed immigration policies and border policies. However, we have the resources that we need. We're going to have to go back and pass more resources. We can have a discussion about the failure of this administration's border policies and the billions of dollars it's costing. But right now, not yet is it affecting the flow of resources to Western North Carolina.
It is not a factor, to be clear. Okay.
Not at this time.
Okay. Homeland Security is projecting that FEMA can meet the immediate needs, but they're not sure if we can make it all the way through hurricane season without more federal help. You're asking for federal help, but the Speaker of the House has said he's not calling people back early to vote to approve it. Are you going to try to persuade him otherwise when he comes to North Carolina this week?
Well, I think we have to look at it because, Margaret, we've got a storm that's about to hit Florida that's going to have additional FEMA surge resource requests over the next week or so. I mean, we're talking about a major rain event that's forming down in the Gulf Coast. It's supposed to hit the two-thirds of the state of Florida. Other events could actually draw those funds down. I'm in the camp of let's go back. We already know that we need additional resources. Let's make sure that there's never a second there's never attention drawn to whether or not they can move accounts around to respond to all these floods, not just in North Carolina, but the storm events. So I'm in the camp of let's go provide some certainty, then we can come back and do more after the election.
Well, that election is coming soon, and it's not the federal government that administers it, as you know. But we do know in your state there are some concerns that Helene could impact the ability of North Carolinians to either vote in person or via absentee ballot. What is the state doing at this point? Does there need to be more attention to that?
The state's doing a great job. I've spoken with Leader Berger and Speaker Moore and others in the legislature. They're coming back this week. They're taking lessons from Louisiana, a number of other states who have had to provide ballot access and voting access in difficult situations like this. They'll be passing legislative matters this week to address it. I think that North Carolina will be prepared to make sure that everybody who wants to vote will have access to the ballot and vote before Election Day or on Election Day.
All right, Senator, a developing story we'll continue to track.